Hi, I'm Patty Corkery, President and CEO of the Michigan Credit Union League and affiliates. Advocacy is the most important thing we do at the League. We work hard to advance credit union-friendly legislation and regulations that help our credit unions serve their communities without barriers. I know the legislative process can be a bit overwhelming and sometimes confusing, but it's crucial for our credit union employees and volunteers to understand how it works. Effective advocacy makes a big difference for Michigan credit union members and communities. So whether you're new to the credit union industry or new to advocacy, we've created this video to educate you and activate your commitment to advocacy. Every year, we set our advocacy goals at both the state and federal levels, and we rely on input from you to shape them. We also team up with America's Credit Unions, our national association, to tackle important issues at the federal level. Your involvement is crucial in this process. Sharing your stories and concerns with lawmakers and regulators is something we can't do without you. So it's vital for our success that credit union teams join us in these meetings to make our voices heard. We're here to give you the info you need to get involved in our advocacy efforts, whether it's joining one of our committees, hiking the Hill in DC or Lansing, meeting lawmakers or regulators in your district, helping with our advocacy fundraising, or just sharing your ideas. We're excited to work with you. So now I'll hand it over to our best-in-class advocacy team.
Hi, I'm Kieran Marion, EVP of Advocacy for the Michigan Credit Union League. Advocacy is a big part of our mission to help credit unions thrive. As Patty mentioned, we build advocacy agendas at both the state and federal level, and we also tackle issues with our state and federal regulators. We build relationships with lawmakers and support those that are supportive of our issues. Sometimes we play offense and sometimes defense when it comes to an issue. There are times we push to have certain laws passed. Other times we're on defense when a lawmaker or regulator proposes something that we know would be too restrictive. Our team watches all the issues coming through Lansing and DC that may impact credit unions. We meet with credit union teams around the state to talk about the impact of a law or regulation and collect data and stories from you that help form our positions. By working together, we can strengthen the credit union industry for our credit unions, our members, and communities. We need your help to ensure our movement continues to be a force in Lansing and DC.
Meeting with lawmakers is crucial for educating them about our issues. Participating in chapter events and gatherings like MCUL's Government Affairs Conference, Hike the Hill, GAC, chapter legislative breakfasts, and other events that can expand your network and connect you with local lawmakers. To keep lawmakers informed about the importance of the credit union difference, we need frontline professionals like you sharing your stories about how we make a difference in members' lives. You are the best person to share personal stories about your credit union's community efforts. While our team can rely on those stories, they have the most impact when they come directly from you. Do you know your state legislator, state senator, or congressional representative? If not, find out. It's also important to know the lawmakers who represent the districts where your credit union branches are located. When you attend a meeting with a lawmaker, it will be more impactful if you understand the legislative process, the key issues, and come prepared to share your credit union stories.
So, let's talk about the legislative process. Whether you are talking to state or federal lawmakers, it's important to know there is a process for bills becoming laws. As you probably know, there are 3 branches of government at both the state and federal level: the legislative, judicial, and executive branches. The legislative branch writes the laws, the executive branch approves or vetoes the proposed laws, and the judicial branch, if necessary, determines their legality. This set of checks and balances is an important part of the legislative process. How does a bill become a law? Bills are introduced by a legislator and then referred to a committee. The committee will then review, deliberate, and sometimes amend the legislation before deciding to vote. If the bill passes in the committee, it is then sent to the floor in the House or Senate. There, if the bill is approved, it moves to the other chamber, where it will go through the same process as before. If both chambers pass the bill, it is sent to the executive branch, our governor, who can either sign it into law or veto it. Having a general understanding of the legislative process is an important part of having an informed conversation with legislators. And when you get a chance to meet your lawmakers, be sure to share personal stories about your experiences and the needs of your members. Stories bring issues to life and help lawmakers understand real-world benefits and implications of legislation.
So how do you know the issues? You can stay up to date on current events in Lansing and DC by reading our Advocacy Roundup and My League Minute publications. You can also read CU Times and America's Credit Union's publications. The most important part of our advocacy efforts is getting to know the issues most impacting credit unions. Sometimes lawmakers are aware of issues like the importance of our not-for-profit tax status, but many may not be aware of other key priorities. Our website provides both state and federal issue talking points on key priorities that can be used when meeting with a lawmaker.
Lawmakers are pulled in many different directions, so they may not be aware of every nuanced issue, and that's okay. Use that opportunity to educate them on the topic, engage in their follow-up conversations, and tell them about your personal stories with members. If they have questions that you don't know the answer to, that's okay as well. Reach out to us, and we will get them more information on the issue. We are here to help. What does it mean when we say, tell your credit union story? This is an easy one for you. There is no better advocate for our legislative priorities than you. You are on the front lines and know how restrictive rules and procedures negatively impact your ability to serve your members. You see firsthand the ways harmful regulatory burdens negatively impact your credit union. You know how important financial literacy and financial health are to your members. You see the importance of savings and keeping more money in your members' pockets through lower rates and higher yields. You are the best advocate because you are the credit union movement. So go tell your story.
Not only is it important to meet regularly with elected officials at the state and federal level, but it is also important to engage our state and federal regulators. Our team regularly engages in a number of ways with the Department of Insurance and Financial Services and other key state agencies, and the National Credit Union Administration, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and other federal regulators. The engagements offer opportunities to highlight issues facing credit unions and bring your ideas and solutions to the table. These meetings are helpful as they allow the people making and enforcing regulations to see how those regulations are affecting credit unions from your operational perspective. We partner with the America's Credit Unions to facilitate further engagement by providing input on federal regulatory comment calls and requests for information. In addition, we will, at times, submit our own comments on key issues that specifically affect credit unions within the state to ensure that the voices of Michigan credit unions are heard. Michigan's regulatory compliance community is mighty, and the input we receive from our member credit unions drives our engagement on various efforts. Your input provides our team first-hand insight into the regulatory burdens that credit unions are facing and help us better understand how to address these issues. If you or someone from your credit union would like to be engaged in our regulatory advocacy efforts, please reach out to our advocacy team.
Advocacy funding is crucial for what we do. At MCUL, we have two political action committees, a state PAC and a federal PAC. PACs collect non-corporate contributions from individuals and use these funds to support advocacy campaigns. We are bipartisan, which means we support lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, so long as they support the credit union mission and structure. For our PACs, we gather funds from members and employees of Michigan credit unions through different fundraisers. You may have bought a lapel pin or sold a plush toy. Those are just a couple examples of how we raise money. If you want to know more about our fundraisers, just reach out to a member of our advocacy team.
We also have an issue advocacy fund called A Stronger Financial Michigan. This fund collects corporate contributions from credit unions across Michigan. ASFM is a bipartisan fund that supports and defends the credit union industry by promoting the credit union difference, offering scholarships, and raising awareness on key issues.
Think of ASFM as our war chest. When we need to defend our tax status, combat harmful payday lending expansion, or educate lawmakers and the public on important issues, this fund gives us the resources to go into battle. So when it's time to fight, the funds raised by ASFM are absolutely essential.
So, as you heard from the team, advocacy is crucial to stop harmful legislation and to help support laws that will enable you to serve your members. We are passionate about what we do, and we are here to support you, your credit union team, and volunteers so that your credit union can continue to grow and serve your community. I hope this video gives you a clear picture of the process and has inspired you to get involved. Together with you and our national partner at America's Credit Unions, we can build a bigger and brighter future for the credit union movement. We look forward to your engagement and thank you for watching.